Having to pack up and leave Bozeman, leaving your friends and everything you know behind is traumatic enough, but imagine also having to leave behind your family pet. That's exactly what happened to a family that I spoke with, but they're still holding out hope to be reunited.
It was hard, but I think, I don't know, for Samara, it was probably even harder.
Diane Finlayson, her husband, daughter, and their cat, Tiger, were living in a rental house in Bozeman until...
Because of the market, being a seller's market, they decided they wanted to sell. So they gave us our notice that we needed to move.
They looked for a new house, but couldn't find anything they could afford.
Just were priced out. We could not afford to live there anymore.
Privilege.
Yeah. And it's sad to see so many people that really love the valley, you know, having to leave.
Diane, a photographer, had to say goodbye to her clients she had grown so close to over the years, and her husband, who was raised in the Gallatin Valley, said goodbye to his home. While the Finlaysons were moving, they placed their cat, Tiger, with a foster family.
Yeah, we had everything prepared, and we thought everything was taken care of.
Then, Tiger escaped. He's been gone since late July. Diane says while they've been gone, the people fostering Tiger have put flyers up and searched for him relentlessly.
They actually caught him on a webcam. He put one outside just to see if Tiger would come around, if he had his belongings outside the door.
But Tiger has yet to return. The Finlayson family is offering a reward for anyone who has seen Tiger and encourage them to drop him off at Heart of the Valley, who knows his name and what he looks like. If you happen to lose a pet, Heart of the Valley has suggestions to get...
Oh, what a terrible story, man.
Now, what I'm gonna say about this story, because they were renting out their home, is that what happened? And the landlord decided to sell it.
Yeah, sounds like what happened.
So this probably might be one of those things where people shit on landlords and say this is why capitalism is bad type of stories or some shit like that. That's the undertones that I got from it. Besides the damn cat.
Well, I mean, the cat, this story, I don't think this story makes the news in the city. As soon as they get 6% Sun people, stories like this won't make
6%.
Yeah, my cat got out and was gone for 3 weeks and then just randomly showed up Sunday.
Damn. He was on the bender.
It's just, you just feel violated. You just feel like, you work so hard and then someone does something like that. And I think I just had it right here. I love to hike the trails in Bozeman. I love our mountains, and it's a great exercise and a great way to be outside.
For Elaine Hentz, being outside, enjoying the trails around the Gallatin Valley became a part of her weekly routine.
Come to the M quite a bit. Well, I did.
It used to be a couple times a week. During the nice months, she would come out to hike the iconic trail. But now she hasn't been back in weeks.
So it was probably about 5 o'clock, maybe a little after 5 o'clock. And I just parked right in a parking spot. It was very busy, very busy. Didn't even think about it, wasn't worried.
After a 45-minute hike, Elaine came back to her car.
Still, tons of people here. Got in my car and just noticed that my back passenger window was smashed. And it took me a minute to realize it and realize that my purse was gone. And I have tinted windows. You can't, you have to definitely go it's even hard to see it. My purse was not completely hidden, which, was my error, but it wasn't in full sight.
Elaine's mind went to what was in her purse, credit cards, ID.
They just have all that stuff. And it's just this yuck kind of feeling.
Elaine got in touch with her credit card companies and the Bozeman Police Department.
Unfortunately, we've seen a significant amount of cases, close to 30 in the last month.
Captain Swanson says that car break-ins happen year-round, but happen more often in the summer, not on the brink of winter.
But what we can tell you, what we're seeing right now is kind of a variety. People are not locking their cars. They're leaving valuables that are visible. And in some rare instances, we haven't seen a lot of this, but these suspects are breaking out windows.
Elaine was just one person we talked with. One woman said that her car window was smashed at the Rich Fitness, her purse gone. 3 cars broken into at the YMCA off Love Lane. When I went to the parking lot, you could still see some glass on the ground. And another at this dog park. Window wasn't smashed as her car was unlocked, but after 20 minutes, her purse was gone too. So I talked with some other people that brought their dogs to the park.
The fact that it was broken into in broad daylight was, it's Bozeman. I've been here for a very long time, and it's not something that you think of when you think of Bozeman.
It just definitely makes you more aware of keeping your eye out for things, especially you don't expect those things to happen here.
Some people that fell victim were able to freeze their account, and Elaine's credit card companies were able to stop some transactions, but not all. $1,000 was charged at Walmart, and the deputy she worked with was able to get a photo of
My God. It's the same guy every time.
Okay, so Bozeman is 91.41% white, 2 or more races, 4.06%, which probably means some of those are sun gliders. And then black or African is 0.79%.
Yo,
Definitely
this
not
is
a sun
yo,
glider.
nah, this is a joke, man. That's the cashier.
This is part of the
Yeah.
0.1% because he ain't no
This-
sun glider. He's a whole African man. He a whole sun man.
What the fuck?
I told you, didn't I tell you if it becomes 6%,
What the
6%, hold on. If it becomes 6% up there, that story about that cat ain't gonna make the news no more, man. You can't have. They just won't have time for that, man. You just won't have enough hours you won't have enough time in the production meeting for the newscast to be like, hey, we want to do a story about a family that lost their fucking cat.
Yeah, it's gonna be like girls sleeping in an apartment building got shot randomly from like an innocent bystander all the time.
Exactly.
All right. Am I the only person that's like really shocked by this? Like I thought it was like, all right, that's the
Yeah.
one time.
Well, here's the thing. I am shocked. You're not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie that because I knew Montana and I'm familiar with Montana a little bit, and I knew the demographics were similar to what Johnny just said, and I knew that, but I started to think about the woman. This one woman. Let me just tell you the woman that made me think that it was a little. Made me start thinking about a son, man. Let me see where she at. She said something. Some woman's not this woman, not the woman, the main woman in the story. This woman right here. When she said, listen to what she says.
So I talked with some other people that brought their dogs to the park.
The fact that it was broken into in broad daylight was, it's Bozeman. I've been here for a very long time, and it's not something that you think of when you think of Bozeman.
You heard that? That's a nice, polite way.
Doesn't happen. Yeah.
She's handcuffed. She can't. First of all, she's self-censored, and she's censored by society, and she's a woman. So let me translate that for you. There's people who are not native to this city that are doing this shit. Okay, that's what she said.
Minutes, her purse was gone too. So I talked with some other people that brought their dogs to the park.
The fact that it was broken into in broad daylight was, it's Bozeman. I've been here for a very long time, and it's not something that you think of when you think of Bozeman.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the tiptoeing.
But she, if you translate it, if you can decode it, which I can because I've done so many videos. Once she said that, I was like, oh shit, man.
That was crazy, man. That was a
Bozeman.
It just definitely makes you more aware of keeping your eye out for things, especially you don't expect those things to happen here.
Some people that fell victim were able to freeze their account, and Elaine's credit card companies were able to stop some transactions, but not all. $1,000 was charged at Walmart, and the deputy she worked with was able to get a photo of a suspect. And what Elaine wants others to know?
It makes me sad, but don't leave your valuable.
Look at this guy.
And there's like 10 guys in Bozeman who would dress like that. Literally.
Bozeman is 56,000 people, and they've had 0 reported murders.
Well,
And there's guns around every corner in that state.
You know, and you know what? So with that being said, that disproves the theory. People kill what's in proximity of them. You know what I'm saying? Like when they try to say black on black crime is not a thing.
Here's the thing. If there is a murder in Bozeman, the odds are that it's going to be a white person killing a white person. But the problem with the theory is that proportion and volume.